We're getting sour with it. Hey, it's Brain Muffin back with a beer review, and hopefully I've done these all right. I don't know. Today's been kind of a weird day. But from Epic Brewing, we have Tart and Juicy. I didn't realize that in the O of the sour IPA was the actual name until I looked it up. Now this is something I got at Jungle Gems for $2.50 a can. You know, they let you do your own six-pack, and it can be bottles, cans, or whatever. And I'm grateful for that because quite often I don't want a six-pack of something. And it's like a lot of breweries will let, well, you got to buy a six-pack or 22 ounce, which 22 ounce isn't bad. But for a lot of these beer reviews, and there's so much style and variety, I don't want to buy a six-pack. It's amazing how often I don't even want to buy a 4-pack of beer. I want like maybe 2 bottles, and that's it. Because like when I do, say, pumpkin beers or something, I want to try them all. But, you know, I don't have $400. So anyway, let's get something going before I get blabberjawing here. I've been trying to limit myself. I've had my camera turn off. It's not really hot in here, but when it gets too hot, that thing turns off, and I don't know why. Plus the dog's been bothering me. Ellie's over there scratching herself. Hey, do you mind, nasty mouth? So we have this is an IPA. This is a sour IPA, and in Untapped it says it's a farmhouse IPA, which I don't know if it's a bona fide new style, but it gives me an idea of how sour it's supposed to be. A farmhouse ale typically is got that wild yeast strain from the farmhouse. Sometimes you get hay, sometimes you get grass, sometimes you get cow shit. But it's the idea of this farmhouse stinkness that's kind of crept into your beer. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually, when it's done right, is very good. Now, some sour beers are so far off the sour charts, I don't like them. I don't know how this is going to be. This has been sitting out a little while, not too long, so it could be more sour than I think. And I do, some people ask me, I do wash this off, although it's only with water, because I don't want anything from the can. That's my only problem with cans that haven't been, you know, a plastic over it, is a lot of crap can get into that crevice, and then when you pour it, some of it gets in your beer and spoils it for you. So, and I'm the same way with soda. Woo! Now, Tart and Juicy is right, and it is a foam city. Now, a lot of farmhouse ales are very, very foamy. Depends, some are wild yeast strains, and some are bacteria, and some are both. And quite often when they're bacteria, you get a highly, highly active carbonation, and that's exactly what we have here. We have a very cloudy IPA, which is what we expect from the juiciness side. Wow! That is tart, even with the aroma. That's like, it's like a tropical fruit, slash citrusy tropicalness. I don't know. Almost like a sour mango. Holy cow, that is sour. And it's juicy too. It's like a sour peach, mango. I'm not sure, but man, that is juicy and sour at the same. That is crazy. That's like someone took a really juicy New England IPA and soured the crap out of it. I mean, it's more than tart. It's kind of past tart. Well, that's a beer my daughter might like. Maybe I'll save some for her when they finally get back. It's a sourness. It's a bit extreme on the sourness scale, but it's not so far off that your head just explodes. It's that sourness. It's almost like a sour peach. Like you got this peach, it's like sweet, sweet, and you hit that, almost like where the pit is. Sometimes the meat around the pit can be kind of sour. That's exactly what it reminds me of. This slightly sour peach that it's like, woo! You don't expect, because basically you've been eating the sweetness of it, and so your tongue has gotten used to that. And then the sourness tartness kind of grips you, but it doesn't make you think, oh, this thing is bad. It's like it's slightly overripe, and it's really soft, and your mouth just waters just like it is right now. You just want to keep eating that peach. Man, that's pretty good. Wow. I mean, look at that coloring too. Nice and cloudy. I didn't shake the can up or roll it around or anything. And it's fizzy. Nice carbonation. That looks like natural carbonation to me. Could be bright tank. You get a good bright tank with a very small airflow element, maybe even long but tiny bubbles, and they do it slowly. It'll fool me every time. Like quite often, bright tank, they just cranked it up like a soda, you get these huge bubbles. That is good. So my friends, yeah, I got 14 ratings from friends, 3.77%. And I bet you if I look at this, will it break it down by friend? That would be awesome. Yeah, 4.0, 3.5. That was over a year ago. But yeah, some of these guys don't like sour beers. The ones that do, this is a 14. Yeah. Yeah, I can understand their check-ins. You can really tell who likes sour beers and who doesn't. It's not a hoppy IPA. To me, it's a solid 4. I mean, maybe even 4. You know what? Screw that. 4.25. It's like a sweet. It's not. No. It's like the tart part of sweet tart. There's no sweet at all. It's not hoppy, but it's like a New England IPA. The juicy, New England IPA. So you got lots of hops that add to that citrusy aroma. And then you add a little bit of sourness on it. It's really good. A farmhouse, yeah, it is about a farmhouse tartness. It's not a Saison by any stretch. It's not a French summer ale. There's another sour in there that I'm forgetting. That's kind of in between. That doesn't have the real dankness of a farmhouse, but it's not that light and fluffy of a summer ale. So that's a decent approximation. But it's a real peachy color. I really like it. This is really good. I mean, 4.25 is for me. That is good, and it's an unexpectedness. So this is like a New England IPA that someone has taken that juiciness and given a sour taste to it. I'm wondering. I think it's just wild yeast. I don't think. Yeah, it doesn't say. So we've combined the clean punctured tartness of a kettle souring with an abundance of juicy citrus-driven hops to create a beer that's best of both worlds. And I am out of time. So, do you think 4.25 is too generous, not generous enough? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for sharing these beer reviews, and please, get all your friends to share them. Even if you hate beer, just any beer reviewer you find on YouTube, please share. We're really being pushed into a corner, and I'm moving stuff to Minds, and I'm moving stuff to BitChute just for that. I just got to get off my lazy butt and start uploading all kinds. I've dug out stuff from the archive to upload because I don't know how much longer they're going to let us sit here semi-drunk and make videos because, YouTube is clamping down like crazy on all kinds of channels. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Farge. I bet you it won't recognize that. Moon River.